There's an old saying, if you're the strongest one in the gym, you're in the wrong gym. And I actually disagree with that. It's not that important, it's just a fun saying. But I've thought about this a few times whilst in the shower, and I actually disagree with that. I think if you're brand new or you're newer to lifting, that can definitely apply. The environment you train in can make a huge difference. And I do think if you are in an environment where there are much stronger people than you all around, it will only have a positive effect. I'll give it that. I think it can never hurt to have stronger people than you around in your gym. That'll only be a benefit always. However, I do not like how limiting the saying is, implying that if you are in a gym that doesn't have stronger people than you can't progress. Do you think anybody is stronger than John Hack at his gym, or Larry Wheels at his gym, or Eric Lillibridge at his gym? No, probably not. And do they not still progress? They do, even though they're the strongest one in the gym. It's because when it comes down to it, it's all up to you. When you're brand new, I remember when I was newer, just squatting 500 for the first time, I remember going to a different powerlifting gym and everyone in there could lift more weight than me. And I remember there was a benefit. I remember getting under a 500-pound squat once and no one was looking. No one stopped to watch. No one had their phone out. I was like, this is amazing. No one's making a big deal about this. It wasn't a big deal to anyone at that gym. And mentally, that helped me. Mentally, I was like, wow, this just isn't a big deal, I guess. All right, cool, I got this then. And I went under the bar much more confidently. When you're newer like that, I think it can be a benefit to find a gym that has stronger people in it, plus you can learn from them. However, I don't like limiting factors. I don't like limiting sayings or trains of thought. So at the end of the day, my opinion is it can't hurt to be in a gym where someone's stronger than you, but you don't need it. It comes down to you. If you want to progress, you're going to progress. It's whether or not you're disciplined and hungry enough and have the right training and programming for it. That's it. I say all that to say this. One of the most fun experiences in the world for me is when I do get to train with somebody who is way stronger than me. It is so much fun. I had the best squat workout when I trained with Russ Swole last year, and then this week, I got to link up with Joe Kraft, a local monster, super strong human, and a really nice, humble guy. I actually want to get him on camera next time, just so you guys can kind of meet him and hear his personality. Super humble guy, but we linked up at my gym, Ultimate Fitness, and this man benched 435 pounds for a 5x5, like it was nothing. I am actually pretty amped. You guys know I'm creating my own bench only program. This is week 6. I had ascending doubles. First I had a double with 345, smoked it, felt great. Then 370 pounds for a double, smoked it. Fucking easy. RPE, way too easy. So happy about that. That's the easiest this weight has ever moved for me, especially for reps. And I'm excited to continue on this program, man. But training with Joe was an awesome privilege.
Easy. Good.
I guess the moral of the story is don't ever limit yourself by thinking you can't progress if you're in a gym where stronger people are not. However, if you get the opportunity to train around them, definitely go for it.
Come on. Confidence. More up, let's go. Yep, get it up. Okay, come on. Confidence. Yep, fast, good. Up. Big here. Yep, get up. Okay, come on. Big here, confidence, let's go. Big here, baby, easy. Get it up. Again, one more. Big here, confidence, come on.
One more, let's go.
First single, let's go, baby, come on.
Come on.
Get up. Oh yeah. Big in, Josh.
Look what I just got in the mail. Been excited to try these for a long time. Built Go. So this is by Built Bar. It's a protein bar you've probably heard of, but now they have Built Go, which are these really cool packets of, it's almost like a Go-Gurty kind of texture, and it has 100 milligrams of caffeine in it. So it's protein and it's caffeine. And the idea is they come in really cool flavors, and you can actually mix these with all sorts of things. So you can just dump them into a shake if you want. But you can also like mix them with oatmeal. I've heard of people mixing them with oatmeal and stuff like that, and like other cool recipes. So I'm actually really excited to try that. You guys all know I train fasted, so right now I'm just gonna try the chocolate mint raw. Just chug it right from this thing right here. Because it's only 100 milligrams of caffeine, if you're like me, where you have a pretty good tolerance, you use pre-workout and stuff regularly, I have my caffeine fix in the morning time. Kind of wears off by this time of day, 4 p.m., you know, especially if I've been working all day on the computer. So this is like enough to really kind of pick me back up and lighten me up again, but not like too much caffeine to where like you're jittery, which I really like. Got a little bit of protein in here to maintain the muscles, of course, because I fast throughout the day. This flavor is chocolate mint. Wow. So the consistency is like honey. Literally just picture like drinking honey. And it tastes really good, even like super concentrated like this. Like if you didn't want to mix with anything and you just needed to pocket this on the go and bust it out, I'm actually excited to try this with other things. Like this will go good with anything sweet at all. Definitely anything chocolatey. I put the link for these bad boys in the info box below. Highly recommend them. And there's a discount code in the info box for you to use as well. So use the discount code, the link below. Let me know what you think. And the market is closed. And look where we are back home with the prettiest, goodest girl in the world. Right, Lucy? Lucy? She could not care less. Today's Wednesday. The last bench clip you saw was Monday, so 3 days later, well, 2 days later, depending on how you count it. This is our touch and go bench day. This is our second out of 3 bench days this week. And Monday, where I did 270 for double, was my competition bench day. You might have noticed I'm not really focusing too hard on pausing right now. I'm not working up to a meet, so I'm just really not too concerned with it. I'm just focused on making the bar move clean and explosively. And so normally that would be my pause day. It's still my heavy day though. Today is still pretty heavy, but not as heavy, and it's touch and go. So even if I were aiming for a meet, this day would still be a touch and go day, just to break it up a little bit, give my body a break from the pausing, a little bit less taxing, and to work on keeping that speed, that bar speed in play. So normally this has been a 3x6. Last week we did a 3x6 up to 335, which is 83%. This week it's a 4x4, slightly less overall volume just because of how heavy Monday was. We need to account for that a little bit. We don't want to burn out and peak too early. But still pretty heavy, working up to 335 again. Now just sets of 4 instead of sets of 6, which in theory is gonna be a little bit less taxing. We're less likely to start grinding reps towards the end of a set out of fatigue, which is what we wanna do. Last week we didn't grind a single thing for our sets of 6. We probably wouldn't have this time either, but as we're getting heavier, we're definitely feeling the fatigue kicking a little bit more. So if you get heavier in your main competition movement, you wanna kinda trim some fat and adjust for that in the other variation days. So still moving heavy weight, but we didn't increase the weight from last week, and we actually chopped down the volume just a little bit to stay away from grinding. You guys want the best homemade beef, rice, and bean bowl recipe ever? Ariana made it. It's all her idea, and it's amazing. So what she does is first she takes Piedmontese ground beef. Now you can use any ground beef for this. We've been eating all Piedmontese steak, Piedmontese everything. So Piedmontese, we have a lot of the good stuff, there's good cuts of steak. But a fun fact is they also sell ground beef. The thing about Piedmontese is they are unique. They're the cows that genetically have the myostatin inhibitor. Myostatin is what we naturally produce, and it inhibits our muscle growth. It stops us from becoming super jacked. If you could prevent our myostatin from kicking in, we'd all look like Ronnie Coleman. These cows genetically, they're the breed that genetically has that. Nothing's been pumped into them. In fact, they're non-GMO, they're grass-fed, they're totally natty cows. Genetically, the Piedmontese breed is blessed with myostatin inhibitors, so they're the super jacked breed. What this means, really unique tasting steak. Normally, a lean steak isn't that good. You want a fattier steak, it's juicier, it tastes better. Piedmontese are genetically super lean. So even the fattiest cut is super lean. But because they are so jacked, the muscle fibers are so dense, they're actually the juiciest, most tender steak I've ever had, ever. Like you think you're having the fattiest, juiciest steak, but it's only 0.8 grams of fat per 8 ounces. I mean, that's like chicken breast lean. Best tasting steak in the world. So even their ground beef is amazing. I gave you guys a discount code in the info box below, guys. Nick25 takes 25% off of the steak if you want to give it a shot yourself. Highly recommend it. Really good quality cuts for a bulk, in bulk for a really good price with that code. And so she uses ground beef. She seasoned it with Montreal salt and pepper. And then she adds onions. We cut up 2 little mini onions. She mixes that in along with the beef itself, cooks that in the skillet. Then we cook up some white rice, mix in butter with the white rice, and then she busts out corn and black beans, add some butter to that as well. And once it's all ready to go, we add banana peppers. I can't do a lot of spicy stuff. I just don't have the tongue for it. Banana peppers are awesome because they're not that spicy. If you're crazy on spice, you could probably add something stronger. Banana peppers are awesome. Little kick, but it's moderate. She likes these olives.
They call them olives?
Yeah. And then a little bit of salsa goes a long way. She doesn't use the salsa. I like the salsa. Mild again because I don't do spicy. I can do medium salsa as well. All we have is mild right here. I can't do the hot stuff though, I'm a baby. And it's delicious. So try that bad boy out. Try the Piedmontese steak. It's amazing. I don't get paid by them. I get steak from them, which is great. And then I have a code to give to you guys. If I didn't like the steak, I just wouldn't promote it. It's that easy. It's amazing.